Hello, and welcome to today's topics. Today, looking at your in-car driving lessons. Again, these are to be supplemented with your normal driving lessons in car when you get them. And in today's subject, we're going to be looking at emerging from junctions. Emerging from junctions is probably one of the most dangerous things you can do. But being taught correctly and carrying them out correctly with the correct procedures, the correct safety, then they're absolutely fine. So let's have a look today. Right. Well, first of all, I want to cover a couple of the highway code rules. Some of the things from the highway code. Rule 170 has a few things in it which talks about watching up cyclists, motorcycles, and mobility scooters, etc. They're not always to see, not always easy to see, so we need to watch out for them. We need to particularly watch out for pedestrians crossing a road into which we're turning, and we'll talk about that as we go in. Watch out for long vehicles who may be turning at a junction. They need to use a lot more room than perhaps a car does. Horse riders also take a different line from the road that you would normally expect, and never assume when waiting at a junction that a car coming from the right or the left signalling will actually turn. Wait and make sure. And it's always good to look round before emerging. Don't just join us road if there's make sure there's a gap large enough for you to do so. And a couple of more highway code rules that are relevant for today's subject is at a stop sign, you must stop behind the line. A physical stop, okay? A physical stop is a pause. You do not necessarily have to put the handbrake on, using the handbrake or the parking brake if it's necessary, i.e. to keep control of the vehicle. And in a junction, you may have a give way sign marked on the road, in which case you give way to the traffic on the main road. These are the official highway code rules, okay, a couple of which there are many more which are associated with junctions, but these are just a couple that I would bring into you. So the routine we're using with junctions is the one we were introduced to before, which is the MSM or the MSPSL, the mirror, signal, position, speed, and look. Approaching a junction, turn left. The first thing we're going to really look at is our mirrors. Okay, so we're turning left. So by now you've probably worked out what mirrors do you use to turn left. The center, good view behind, and the left-hand mirror. Those are essential, but it might be wise to often just give a quick glance at the right-hand mirror, see if there's anything coming on that side. We're going to be turning left, so let's let somebody know where we're going. A simple signal to the left, left-hand signal down. Position is normally your normal position, or maybe slightly to the left. This is depending on how wide the road is. Standard road, you might stay in your position to the middle, and a narrow road, and another road, it may be applicable to position to the left. Speed. Now, here you're more likely to have to slow down and stop, or stop. So your speed is probably going to be slower than that on an approach of a junction. Slowing yourself right down, possibly selecting first gear. If it's a very, very tight junction and very limited visibility, then maybe first gear. There may be occasions when the road is very wide and third gear is applicable, but there's not too many of them. You need to start giving yourself plenty of time to look. Start looking into the junction, looking to the right, to the left, because you might be able to see if it's clear and safe to go. When it is safe to go, and we'll cover the observations in another section in a moment, then you can look up and down the road, checking it's clear, and when it's safe, you can go. We're looking down into the road, see if there's anything coming up, and looking up the road, see if anything's coming down, or looking to the left, looking to the right, seeing where anything's coming. And when you're happy that it's all clear, we're going to pop out. Out to the road, looking well into your road. Remember looking out for those pedestrians who may be crossing. Anything else? And when you're happy, joining the new road. Good old check of the mirrors again. Let's make sure, let's find out what's following us. And away we go. This is a simple routine we're using for a simple junction here. As I say, as you cover more different types of junctions, more complicated junctions, then, you know, it'll be different. But the routine is always going to be basically the same. Okay, let's run through that again. Okay. Now we're going to be turning to the right. Let's have a look here. So this time looking to the right. So mirror center, mirror to the right. They are then essential mirrors. You might want to consider checking the left. It really depends on the junction. We're turning right, so let's pop a signal onto the right. Let's let somebody know we're turning right. Now, position is often different. Position, we're often moving over towards the right of our lane. Sometimes it's known as to the left of the center line. We're going to probably be moving towards the right. This also tells people which direction we're going. Speed, right before, slowing it down, possibly selecting second gear. Second gear is probably going to be the most common gear, but there will be occasions where first gear would be more applicable, and there could be the odd occasion when third gear may be fine. And from here, we're now starting our look, looking into the road to see if we can see a nice wide junction. You might already be able to see, and if it's fine, if it's clear, you can carry on. But most of the time, you're going to be slowing down, going at a speed that you can safely see you stop. So very often you might be in first gear and just creeping out. And again, looking to your left, looking to your right. And remember what the highway code said, only emerging when you're satisfied that it's actually safe and clear. And when you're happy, popping into the road. Make sure you're looking for pedestrians as well who may be crossing. Keep looking into that road. Okay. And then again, your mirrors in your new road. It's safe to go. Okay, now they're sort of basic junctions. I want to cover some details, junctions in more details. The emerging of them. So I'm going to start our look. When we get to that little bit, try to look early to see what we can see. Sometimes on a nice what we call an open junction. An open junction is a junction where you can clearly see to the left and you can clearly see to the right. There are probably no obstructions. Those are the ones when probably into second gear, what can you do? Maybe first gear, but you're going to be able to keep going. Looking left, looking to the right. Okay, remembering these pedestrians. Okay, remembering it could be motorcyclists. Remember what our highway code rule told us. They are difficult to see. Now, let's have a look here. What's happened here is, well, it could be something in your way. A wall, a building, something. This, of course, would now obscure your view of that motorcyclist ready to come out there. Notice now how suddenly, well, we can't see so much. We would not be able to see the motorcyclist. Here is speed, you would be much slower. On the left-hand side here, maybe there's a hedge, a bush, tree, anything, doesn't matter what it is, but there could be something that obscures your view, in which case, trick is slow right down. Again, here you can see the pedestrian is obscured. Okay. Now let's look again. Once we move closer to the junction, again, well, okay, we can just about see the cyclist here, but we can't really see the motorcyclist still. So we're starting to get a better view, but we haven't really got a full view yet. And as we get a little bit closer, right up to the junction, now you can clearly see that road. You're likely to be in first gear, possibly even stopped. Pause for a moment, looking both ways. If in doubt, stop. Okay, do not proceed until you know it is absolutely safe to proceed, to move out. Okay, and this is the difference between open and closed junctions. Now, very often with these situations, let's pop ourselves back here again. Let's look at the situation here. We're going to get up to the road, and even though we've got to the road, sometimes we still can't see because maybe there's a vehicle parked on our left or to our right. Now here we can't see, even though we're right at the line, we can't see. So what we do is we sort of imagine, okay, what we're going to do is imagine that there's a white line between those vehicles. Imagine there's there, and you will creep out to that white line, just ever so gently, using that nice clutch control. Just balance the clutch, just creep gently to that line. Each, as you creep, as you move, very slowly, looking left, right, left, right. Here, this is going to give you a new viewing point. From here, you can see up and down the road, okay? Now, you're quite protected because, of course, the lorry or the vehicle, whatever it is protecting you. So you're not really going to get hit by anything, but you can. And when you're happy with that, you can come out. Okay, these videos are to supplement your driving lessons, etc. Just brief things, keep you going. If you like them and you want to see more of them, then visit the website at trustedriving.co.uk, where there'll be more written by myself. In the meantime, happy driving and speak soon.